Hey guys, RB here. So tomorrow, an important day. Today we had a gap closed at 5670, and per my market commentary in the morning, I shared that okay, if we get the gap closed, I'm buying that, and we bought that. We got a bounce towards our first level of 5735. That's where we closed the longs. And then it was a flip flop all day, which I also shared in the commentary, and had a great day overall. But if you kind of look into this price action, it was a kind of a roller coaster ride, right? So it did not go all the way to 5643 or 61% that I was looking at, but it kind of just stopped, like I said, just below 5735, right here at this spot, right? I was expecting somewhere running into this level that it broke on Wednesday. Right, so that didn't happen. Now it's almost at this point of time trading at the lows again, and NQ is almost at the double bottom, right? So if I look into US 100, it's almost at the double bottom at that gap close area, right? So, and we have Trump talking in an hour or less than an hour from now. So let's see what happens, right? So the couple of cases that I'm looking at, uh, you know, knowing that we have PCE coming in tomorrow morning, right, and Trump talking right now. So if 5670 breaks, right, it's a clear case that if it breaks, retest, we have, 5 waves down because we had 5 waves down here. So this will be counted as an A leg, right, and the A and a B, and then we have C here, right? Or B can be here. It was doing like A, B, C. C fell and short, and you have a 5 waves down, right? And if you will measure this move, let's see, from A, B, and C, uh, right here. So yeah, somewhere around this range of 5600, at this spot, this liquidity spot, will be tested, and from there I expect in bounce, right? So that's our semi bearish plus bullish sort of a case because what I'm looking at overall is that we had this move A, B, and C. Let's call it as sub A, and now we are in a B, and then we have once we complete this B, we'll have another leg up here. See, moving into 58 60. That was the level that I was looking at, right? So this gives us like a big B to work with, and when you zoom out, you will have this big B wave here, and then probably after that we have a C wave drop again, leading us down to below 5400, somewhere into 5300, 5200 number, right? Range, right? So this is one way it can resolve, and like I said, the first move down here into 5060, 5600 is semi bearish, and if I see a holding and bouncing from there, I probably would go long for this bounce, right? So that's one way. Now let's think about how other ways it can play with us, right? So another simpler way, not to overcomplicate, but just a portion of, just a part of what I just shared. Instead of just breaking down, what can happen is that you get a double bottom and trap people again, and just go to the level that we were looking at, right? Around 5740 number, right? Maybe higher, 575, right? And then the drop comes after on maybe later in the day or maybe on Monday, right? Same scenario, just instead of breaking down, pops up and then breaks down. Rest of the things remains the same. So this is one particular way of resolving it, right? Now, both are like I said, semi bearish for now. We go 5600 and then we pop up back again 5860, and then the bearish wave will start again. So that's one way of looking at it. But what are the bullish alternatives, right? So let's say we get a bounce, right? So we get a bounce from here either tonight with President Trump speaking, or in the morning with PC, right? So whatever the reaction is, 5670 is holding, and we get a bounce. and the bounce is sharp and crosses above this 5750, 5740 and 60 range, right? If that happens, then we are looking at something like this, right? A third move going into um, you know 5813, 5820 probably close this gap. So and there could be multiple ways to look into such a move, right? So now if that happens, if we make another high, so we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, another higher high. This can be looked into multiple ways. It can still be just a B wave, right? And instead of just an ABC, it could be a complex WXYXZ sort of a pattern where we either can mark it, something like this, that you have a W and X, Y, X, and Z, right? A combination. These were not a very clean, impulses anyway, so they could be a combination of waves or whatnot, right? So have to take it with a pinch of salt. It could be something like that. We had like a combo of waves going on in here. That's one way. Other way would be to look at it as a leading diagonal. The difference between this WXY XZ and a leading diagonal is that with the one with WXY, we are still looking at that being a B and a C coming in lower. But if that turns out to be a leading diagonal, then you have this as a starting wave 1 as a leading diagonal. You'll see 5600 again as a wave 2 drop, but then there is no low going into the 5400s or lower, right? Which means this correction was over just right here. Now we are just building the move, and you see this 5820. We see another sell off from there, trap the bears, and then the rally starts. The potential catalyst for this could be that, okay, you have this volatility till April 2nd. Things come out better than they are expected with the tariffs. Maybe there are some good deals that will be made in the next week or so, and some good announcement comes in, and we start the rally from there, right? So, like I keep saying, there are too many setups at this point that you can think of. Don't have to be biased. We are going from level to level perspective. If something is holding or not holding or breaking or not breaking, we have to kind of think on the feet at that point of time, instead of just saying that, oh, I want to be bullish or I want to be bearish and this is going to 5200 or 5900 or all-time highs, right? Until you get a very good clarity that how now, you remember that I kept saying that we need to see how this leg really finishes. Right, when it finished at 500, it did not give me an impulse wave altogether. All what I got was a multiple impulse waves, right? Like this being one, and this being one, and then another one, and then another one, right? So all what I could think of was that this is a double zigzag of some sort, with another WXY, rather than just a single impulse, because there was so much of overlap in between, and there shouldn't be an overlap between, if this would have been a wave 3 in the middle, right? So you cannot have one, two. This cannot be a third wave because of a lot of overlaps in there, and then a fifth wave. So I wouldn't go that route, trying to push it until we see something different, and then we have to come and rework, right? So my assumption is very simple for now, that you completed this complex A wave here. We are either in the process of making a B and a C, or this whole thing was an A, B, and C, or a B, and C, or a W, X, Y, of multiple combo corrections. So you see, you had a combo correction here as well, right? Three waves coming in down, like one, two, three, four, five, but not an impulse formation, but combination of it, right? So if I have to kind of mark it, I can simply say this was my W, X, Y, right? And everything finished here. Now I'm making a leading diagonal, and we'll just move up from here. So that's a bullish scenario. But other than that bullish scenario, what I simply am looking for, this being a B wave, this being a C wave, right? So it has to develop in either of those formats, and as it develops, I'll keep you guys informed, right? So let's see what happens. At least tomorrow, do we get to 5600? It goes to 5600 is pretty clear. This was an ABC and now you got another drop, right? Does it keep dropping after that? That the B got finished here and we keep dropping? That's possible. Then our targets will be like lower 5200 because this is a very small B wave. To be honest, very less time spent, very less retracement. If you see the overall retracement is not even 50%. Right here, right? And I will look at it's not even 50%. 50% was 5820. I would look for at least 100% extension from here, which comes right in that area, right? So a very small B wave, if that comes out to be true, but then it has to break 5600 and then keep coming lower. Now there are twists to that as well, and this is where these corrections keep getting complex. And that's, I think I shared in the previous video as well, that while you would assume that breaking 5600, you'll see 5500 and it'll keep going down as in wave 3, as many people will try to project it. But you know that a double bottom bounce exists, right? It can still be a B wave, but you got a flat B wave, right? Instead of A, B, C, it's rating 61% and going in a C length, you can have an A, B, C, and this still takes you that B point, but in a different way, right? So don't, like I said, don't commit to one path. You have to go level to level. 5670 breaks, comes to 5600, it breaks, we come to 5500, but don't take it for granted that's a C going down. You just might have a liquidity sweep here and a sharp rally, with a short covering happening immediately as it starts moving up, right, putting fuel to the fire. And then what you know, in 2 days you rally about 300 points, more than 300 points, right into 5860. Right, so you have to be aware of these levels. These are the critical points. It does not matter who is saying what count. Counts are all subject to change as the price action reveals the path. Right, so be very, I would say, agile in thinking in your modifying your paths and just watching the reactions and acting accordingly. Right. Hope this helps, and good luck to you. Thank you.